This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you're looking for a website, blog, or online store, make sure you head over to squarespace.com to check them out. Use the code AmandaRay to grab yourself a lovely 10% off. Hey guys, it's Amanda. I'm an American living in the UK, and I post about my life and experiences living here, as well as weekly reactions requested by all of you. December is one of my favorite months. It has been since I was a little girl waking up to presents under the tree. It's the time of year that my family always got together to decorate, bake tons of yummy cookies, and eat loads of food. I love everything about Christmas and the activities leading up to it, so I thought it would be fun to talk about the differences and what I enjoy about the holiday in the US and the UK and decide which country does it the best. It's worth mentioning this is based on my own personal experience. It in no way reflects every British or American family out there, as everyone will celebrate in their own way. Before we start, what's your favorite thing about Christmas wherever you are in the world? Is there something special that you do each year to celebrate? Let me know in the comments. We'll start with what I enjoy about Christmas in the UK, apart from the obvious, spending time with my wonderful family and eating my weight in food. Number 1, Christmas adverts. I've just recently watched a whole video on them, and they really just tug at your heartstrings. Honestly, I never thought I'd get emotionally invested in an advert, but they are like mini short films. I absolutely love them. But let me know, what's your favorite Christmas advert? Put it in the comments. Number 2, decorations. I love that everywhere I've lived has an annual tree lighting ceremony in the town center where there's a big, beautiful tree, obviously, and tons of decorations scattered all over town. It really gives that sense of community all coming together, which I think is brilliant. And if you've watched my other videos, you'll know I love a good pub. And there's just something so wonderful about having a roast in a decorated, Christmassy pub with a nice fire burning. Definitely not something I've experienced in the States. Number 3, Boxing Day. I didn't actually know what Boxing Day was really for until I did this video. I just assumed it was a day to lounge around, hang out with your family, and eat tons of leftover food from the day before. However, that's not the case. It dates back to when the rich used to give Christmas boxes to their servants before they would head home to be with their families on their day off. Nowadays, people either do what I do or head out to the shops for the sales. Either way, I think it's a great day, and the US should definitely get on board with it. Before I go any further, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. If you need a website, have things to sell, or simply need an online presence, Squarespace is, in my opinion, your only option. I know what you're thinking. I don't know the first thing about web design or coding. I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, I have good news. You don't have to know any of the complicated stuff because Squarespace is awesome and takes care of the hard bits. It's all click here, tap there, and it's all done for you. It's an all-in-one platform that is incredibly user-friendly with tons of award-winning templates to choose from and 24/7 customer service that's always there to help. My husband and I set up his tattoo shop's website in a couple hours, which was super easy to create, maintain, and constantly adjust with new information, galleries, and products. And it looks so professional. Whatever you need, Squarespace can help you out. So save yourself 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain by using the code AmandaRay at checkout. Number 4, pantomime. Before moving here, I had never heard of or experienced one, but I've had so many people tell me I needed to see one. So this year, I finally did, and it didn't disappoint. For those of you who don't know, a pantomime is a theatrical performance mainly for kids. It's filled with like music and jokes, and it's usually based on a fairy tale or a nursery rhyme. But the atmosphere was incredible. My favorite thing was probably how excited my girls and all the children were, and how much they got involved. It was just a lot of fun, and we will definitely be doing it again. Number 5, Christmas work dues. It's not that people don't ever celebrate with people they work with in the US, but I feel like it's more popular here and everyone gets involved. Like wherever I've worked, there was always a big night out planned weeks before everyone went off for Christmas, and the entire team would go out for a meal and drinks. It was always such a fun night, one we usually regretted the following day. Now let's talk about what I love about Christmas in the US. Again, apart from family and food. Number 1, decorations. Now, I know I mentioned them earlier, but it's not quite the same. To be honest, this is one of the things I miss the most about Christmas in Pennsylvania. People decorate their houses inside out. There's tons and tons of lights, inflatable characters like Frosty the Snowman covering front lawns, and reindeer on rooftops. You say over the top, I say no way. Some people even have competitions amongst themselves to see who can out-decorate who. It is so much fun and definitely a sight that needs to be seen. Number 2, light shows. There are some places that put up hundreds, sometimes thousands of decorations for people to come and see. Some you can walk through with a nice cup of hot cocoa, but one of my favorites, you would pay like $20 per car and drive through them. The scenes were created with lights and they were incredible. You'd see Charlie Brown, Santa, scenes from Disney movies. Honestly, there was just so many. I feel like I'm not doing it justice, but kids absolutely love it. I know I did. Number 3, cutting down the Christmas tree. I'm by no means saying that no one in the UK cuts down their own tree, but it was a tradition in my family to go out and chop down the biggest and greenest tree. And tree farms sometimes have like little cafes where you could get hot drinks while you look around. It's just a lovely day out with the family. Number 4, snow. We had a white Christmas pretty much every year I spent at home in Pennsylvania. It just makes the day magical. I really miss waking up to the snow covering the trees and houses, and most years we had enough to go sleigh riding after we opened up our gifts. That's something I do really miss since moving to England. There isn't much snow at all. I think we've had like 2 or 3 snowstorms since I moved here, and I loved every second of it. And I do want to say, I know we cannot control the weather. I know the weather in the US and Pennsylvania and here is very different. But still, it's something I miss, so it needed to be on the list. Number 5, Christmas Eve. My whole family would get together for a huge party the night before Christmas. It usually consisted of alcohol and seafood. I don't really know why. It's a really weird mix, but we really enjoyed it. And we would always open up one gift, which is usually like comfy pajamas or a new movie that we would watch before we went to bed. Oh, and I cannot forget about eggnog. The night just wouldn't be complete without it. Now that I'm saying all the reasons I love the holiday so much in the US, it really just comes down to hanging out with my family, and not much else, to be honest. As you can see, I adore all things Christmas. It doesn't matter what country I live in, as long as I'm celebrating with my family, I'm happy. I think overall, both countries do things quite similar with minor differences. To be honest, the perfect Christmas would be just to combine the two together. But if I had to choose, in terms of how the holiday is celebrated, the UK is better. Most people get to have 2 days off to spend with their loved ones, which is enough to win because to me, holidays are for family. That is all that matters. But what do you think? What is your favorite thing about Christmas? Put it in the comments. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and I'll see you in the next video.